Hello, my name is Mr. John Ford, and you know something? People don't like what I say. Fact, not theory. No, people, I always say fact, not theory. No one says it right. But yesterday, I went with a minor problem. Virtually, when you like to get wax in your ear, you need seeing, right? Now, guess what? People like to stitch you up and stitch you up. Fact. Remember, this is me, so it's not anyone's idea. You see, I'm going to show you something. Watch this. See this? What about the little mess at the top? This is facts. Watch. That there is actually, I think I've been sent. Share, so I can't share no information with you. Actually, look. I know things right outstanding. Right? So personal, you wouldn't believe. It's a letter to the truth, telling me not to share information with you. Fact, not theory, like I always say. Anyway, I went to hospital with this minor problem, right? Could have sorted out ages ago. First, I did quite a few stunts. I'm waiting loads and loads of hours to frustrate me, of course. Do you know what's polite to him? Exactly. For ages. Let's go into this a bit more because you won't believe this. I said to then, I saw these support workers. Really? I wasn't daft. Do you know something? They didn't even know in Manchester Rail and they worked there how to save somebody's life who has actually a phobia and, like they would have committed suicide. Do you know what I said you do? Because they didn't even know. I said, well, you shouldn't commit suicide because you don't know how lucky you are. Because you can see, you can hear, you can smell, you can talk, you can walk, you can move your arms. Do you know how many people do that to actually cut off their arm just to be like you? And they can also think. And really, like one guy tried to trick me, says, well, what if two people says to you? So I said, well, you're daft, there's two people telling you it's more out of good advice. You see, people don't listen and are a bit fake. They didn't even know, the big people getting killed in there, but remember, this is my advice. No one else's my ideas. Then, guess what? They said, get a drink of water for in there. Right, I'll show you something. Sorry about the mess on the top as well on this video. But it has to be done, and it has to be set up. Right, let me explain. They said to me, go in that room for a drink of water. Now, I'm going to go in, but I stopped. Remember, I am protected by spirit, believe it or not. And guess what? You won't believe this. He said mental health. So I stopped. I said, no, I'm not getting it, right? Anyway, so after a few times, the guy said, I get it for you. Nice guy, right? But guess what? Saw this nurse after plenty of hours. Remember that in total I was there 19 hours. Well, there must be four on the other side on the video. But things have to be said. See, I apologise, I got manners. Anyway, I'm there actually 19 hours. Ridiculous, just for a minor thing, right? 19 hours. This would have frustrated me and made me angry. I was polite and courteous all the time, right? So I knew this guy was from a support worker from mental health, I'm having nothing going down in my notes saying I've seen a support worker with mental health. Remember, I am quite intellectual. Really, more common sense than anything. Then guess what? After all the waiting and waiting, right? They say I'm going to see the software want me to see have a head scan. I did have the head scan. Nothing came of it anyway. I'm virtually okay. Then I was there 19 hours, remember. Pathetic. Anyway. Then guess what? This nurse, after we're talking about 18 hours, this woman comes up to me, remember, a nurse. She comes up to me, right, John, I need to speak to you. I said, look, I don't want to, this was after plenty of nurses previous who tried to actually set me up and see a psychiatric nurse. Do you know something? I said, look, when I got to her, she was probably the head ones. I go to the doctor and said, no, I don't want to see a psychiatric nurse. Do you know something? She said, how do you know I'm psychiatric? Well, I am clairvoyant medium, I'm not thick. And guess what? Millions of times this lady, this woman, right? She actually said to me, sorry about the door, you could probably see the entrance, but that's what I walked out of, a door. And the mess they made for me, right? You've already seen the thing, so I can't share information with you. Right, that's a letter, by the way. Now let me show you more. There's plenty of times you did that I can't go into, actually. And, go into a room and get a drink of water. If I would have got in there, got in my own free will, locked up. This woman said she's the manager. She wasn't the manager. And even if she was, just say, because let's agree to differ. She says you can go outside. If I would have went outside, guess what? The police would have brought me back. Bingo, locked up, never seen again. Let me show you more. In the end, he said, you don't need letters to leave. I said, listen, I'm not leaving unless I get a letter. In total, 19 hours. Now there's layers and there's layers, right? Remember, I'm on the ball. I'll show you a letter I got. That is from the mental health thing, right? Stating I can leave the hospital. 19 hours in total. I just want to frustrate me. I was courteous and everything. Remember, this is me, right? There's support workers on there. They work for a hospital. They didn't even know how to save a person's life. So if I've got that signed and everything, right? Can't get done, it's my letter. So they can't share information, I'm sharing my own. Only my own, so no one else's. That's another letter, right? No garbage. I don't tell lies when I say things. 2 of them signed, right? Listen, it's pathetic what they tried. But, you know something, they've got the karma. I've sent them, and just like Ann Coffee, people receive it. Remember, the more they do, the better they get, the worse they get. So I advise them to stop doing it. Like I even got told of a top person that try this, by the way. And do you know, 19 hours, and do you know what's polite for 19 hours? Come on, no one's going to be polite for 19 hours. Everyone will be effing and blabbing and running off. Well, I never. Way on the ball. And you know something? They won't mind, but they're killing people. They could have actually, would you believe? And about if the YouTube don't put this up, I'll make sure somehow it gets put up a different way on, well, but this way, I can make sure things happen, as you've seen with law of attraction. So let's hope YouTube do put this up. People shouldn't be influenced and fed happy pills to make money. Don't like it, YouTube? Don't put it up. But everything's to do with me, no one else, right? But then again, other people do get happy pills when they shouldn't. YouTube won't put this up, but remember, I can't control karma. You've seen Ann Coffee lose. You've seen a taxi lose a local. You've seen taxi drivers who was calling me a pedo. Actually, would you believe? Get, yellow tickets. Now, no one can do that in the precinct. But anyway, forget all that. What I was say as well, 19 hours. In the end, when I showed this woman, there was only one man who was lenient and good. He actually believed what I said. Basically, the woman seemed to change her mind a little bit. Do you want to go for a walk? Do you know, get fed hardly any food. Really, I should be starving and probably dead. Well, no, maybe not dead, but very ill. They never fed me. I was there roughly about a day and a half. Do you know, Smith? I wouldn't even mind. I got no I don't think I even slept. Do you know something? So pathetic and so stupid. Right. The way I got treated was out of this world. You wouldn't believe. So disgusting. And you know something? I even apologised to Manchester Rail again, thrown back in my face. I said, every time I'm polite to you, I keep getting worse. I said, you know something? It's disgusting. The way I'm getting treated. Anyway, when I showed this girl something on my phone and the orbs and that, she soon changed her mind. She said, do you want to go out for a walk? Quite a few times. Remember, I don't lie. Facts are facts. You've probably seen some of the YouTube videos on my phone, but when I showed her some of the pictures of things I've got, she even really got wooded. And you know something? She was wooded. She let me go out for quite a few times for a walk. Wouldn't mind, but there was no fresh air. And you know something? Everyone else would have lost their temper, ran away at loads of things. They just want to set me up. She said I could leave plenty of times without a letter. Set me up and set me up and set me up. Remember, it's me, nobody else. I am talking about me and nobody else. I've just got a letter stating here what I've seen. I can't share things what I know. But listen, this is me. I know I was there to be set up and locked up. Remember, now I'm telling everybody else and the hospitals I can't control karma. Look at the taxes, look at coffee, and I don't really want to be double crossed and set up no more. I'm allocated to a hospital. Remember, saying go in there plenty of times for a drink of water is disgusting when it's a psycho ward. The doctors didn't even know how to prevent, well, support workers didn't even know how to stop people committing suicide. I actually had to teach them. Do you know something? There's too short planks. There's rather someone die than evil. That's my opinion, remember, everyone's opinion. Well, come on, if they don't know, and I know, this guy comes up to me, this top psychiatric maybe, well, not as high as her, but maybe, but listen, he said, you'd saying five's is such a number. Is he thick or something? Look at your eyes, look at your nose, look at your mouth, look at your ears and head. 5. Even if you wanted basic, look at your hands and feet. See, I don't muck about. I say the truth. People can listen to old wives' tales. Like 7, pathetic. 7 is just an old wives' tale. Believe what you want. I've just proved it right then to you. And you know what? I've been treated disgusting. I've just showed you paperwork, what I got. I had to wait 19 hours, treated disgustingly, pathetic. Anything to lock you up and lock you up fast. Well, I'm afraid it didn't happen. And guess what? People should know now. People get paid the price to double cross me. And just in case you want to do more and try and make it happen, they're being for a big regret. Everybody, or even the same hospital, try again. Really, I can tell you what's happened to Gary Clark. Tell them to look at that before they try anything. And just because I said Dr. Polky, do you know something? They don't even flipping look at notes. Dr. Polky did do my brain operation. I said to one of them, I said, look at my skull. He said, stop shouting. I said, have you seen me simulated? I got a simulator simulated my chest and a wire connected over my neck. Do you know something? I don't shout, I just got a loud voice, vocal cords. And you know something, it's pathetic and immature the way I was treated, just for their benefit to lock me up. Every stunt they tried, and guess what, love, where I am right now, I'm at home. And I even got 2 letters to prove it, and one saying I can't share information. And why have I got that? It's because you, the public, they don't want you to know. Well, guess what? This is my video, and I'm sharing it with all of you, and I'm telling you, if you go to hospital, don't follow the traps they tried to set me up with, because it's disgusting. Remember, nobody's video except me talking. I'm not copied it from nowhere. Disgusting. 19 hours, but the woman got pathetic, got a bit worried. That's why she asked me, do you want to go for several walks? When I showed the things on my phone. Then again, there was no one, the only nice man was there, someone who believed me. I tell you what, he was a genuine guy. Yeah, he'd be okay, but what will the others be getting? You work it out. They can be nasty more if they want, but guess what? They receive more. They think they know it all. You know what? They're thick as 2 short planks. And if they did commit more, look at Gary Clark before they make assumptions. Anyway, you all nice people, take care out there. You deserve credit for what you do. And nice people always should get nice, but the bad should get bad. If they want to threaten me more, they could get worse than death. Look at Gary Clark again, thinking messing. And look at the yellow ticks in the precinct of taxi drivers. Look at other places where things have happened. I did say, I don't know if I even made a police car turn up on the street and Kathy got sent to sack her not long after. You say I can't control and make people get paid back. Look at the YouTubes. You might change your mind. I've talked a lot of public. Then again, I can do a lot of things. That would cross me, that's a double wrong way. Put it this way, I did have a fit and said they want me to have a scan. Then it's mental health. Do you know something? Flipping 19 hours and and they never even looked at me here. How pathetic is that for a doctor? Pathetic. And do you know something? They can do whatever they want. Do you know something? They get worse than there's ever received in the world. Even worse than Gary Clark and Anne Coffey. Anybody who tries to do that. If you don't believe me, look at Gary Clark. Do you really want to pay the price? And also, by the way, someone puts a curse on me and I get out of it. May say I'm lying, but I'm not. A lot of people are churchgoers and don't believe into it or believe different things. Did you know the food you're eating nowadays is copied? You probably didn't know, but it is. I can even prove it. Cow disease and bird flu proved it already. I'm not as freaking like people think. Anyway, I don't want to natter on too much. I've proved my point. Just remember, people out there, don't fall for any traps like wandering somewhere where to get some water where it's a psycho ward. You know? And obviously, if you do go in, you're in your own free will, you're locked up. They said plenty of times. And then they said plenty of times, you can leave, I'm in charge and all this garbage. Do you know something? If I would have left, the police would have brought me back locked up. Forget that, I'm not dumb as two short planks. You know, and if you don't think that's dumb, they're dumb. And I'm not as thick as two short planks. Remember, everyone's allowed an opinion. Anyway, I'm going to stop nattering on. You've seen the video. Now, you think what they're going to receive, but remember, I can do a lot of things, even if they did do a lot of nasty things with drugs and tablets. You know something? I'm not behind the door. And what are they going to receive? And coffee, chucked out, prove the point. Yeah, don't let that on for too long. Good looking, good counting and nice people, you all deserve it. But remember, I am protected. Look up the name Saxon. Does it relate to Foden? No, the Saxon god. Does it relate to the name Foden? Fowden. Certainly does. It's on Google. Anyway, good luck to you all. Let's hope you don't end up like them. Bad people. You take care. Bye for now. My name is Mr. John Foden.